After our attempt to win the World Cup with Qatar ended in failure, today we find ourselves still in Group A as we go to the next lowest ranked team, Ecuador. As usual, we take the job in September and find a squad somewhat lacking in star talent. Ener Valencia is perhaps the best known name, but at 33 enters his last big tournament, as does veteran winger Angel Mina, who's just a couple of months shy of his 35th birthday, and most senior of them all, Noboa, who's going to fill the role of grizzled central midfielder. We do also have young talent, however, with Plata sure to be a threat out wide, Leverkusen's Hincapie looking for some experience on the big stage, and of course Brighton duo Estupiñán and Moises Caicedo, who'll both be out to make names for themselves. A home friendly with South Korea in September did not get us off to the best of starts, and neither did the win over Iraq. Why, you ask? Well, because Ener Valencia got injured. Sprained ankle ligament set to keep him out for up to 3 weeks. Ouch. So that meant 3 players unfit for our opening game with the Netherlands, which may explain Van Gaal's dismissal of us as easy opponents in the build-up. Let's find out if he was right. Based on the strengths of this squad, I went with the 4-2-3-1 that had served us well when we managed Ghana. And it served as well in the first half as Sornosa was played in after a corner to unleash a high shot into the goal. We were expecting the Dutch to chase the game in the second half, but it took them until the 68th minute to carve out this chance. It was now a matter of holding on to our lead until the final whistle. We nearly sealed the win when Plata played through young striker Riasco just on as a sub, but his shot was off target. He had a second chance almost immediately though, as Caicedo stole the ball in the centre of the park and played him through. He then hit the post, but still managed to toe poke in the rebound, his first ever goal for Ecuador. And can't not comment on the horrendous error there from Virgil van Dijk that allowed him to score. And 2-0 was the final score, an absolutely massive win for us, especially as we would play Qatar in our next game to possibly secure early qualification. Van Gaal showed absolutely zero humility in the press conference after the game. I mean, I respect all you've achieved in your career, mate, but get over yourself. There was still no Ener Valencia for the Qatar game, and no goal-scoring hero Riasco, who'd gone down with a mystery flu virus, keeping him out for 2 weeks. That kind of flu. And so, for the second time in 2 episodes, we feature Ecuador against Qatar. But this time, we are cheering for the yellow side. And what a start we had as Mena threaded a ball through for Sornosa to round the keeper and score. Sornosa nearly turned provider for Estrada later in the half, but the score remained 1-0 going into the break. Estrada would get his goal in the second half, following a great 1-2 on the wing from Plata and Castillo. Our euphoria would not last long though, as right from the restart, Qatar strung together a beautiful passing move. Why they couldn't do this in the last episode, I don't know. And finally getting the ball through to Almoez Ali to pull one back for them and make the scoreline 2-1 with about half an hour remaining. Caicedo nearly restored the 2-goal advantage with this fierce strike, as did Sornosa in stoppage time with this wicked free kick. But we held on for the win and qualified for the second round with a game to spare. We took our confidence into the final game with Senegal and cruised to a convincing 3-1 win, topping the group with a maximum 9 points. The Dutch and Van Gaal just sneaking in behind us. Not so easy, eh, Louis? And ooh, a second round tie with the USA, while the Netherlands have to play England. We'll take it. But we're here for this, a battle of the Americas, South versus North, Ecuador versus USA. You see the other game there, Tunisia, Argentina. If we get through to the quarterfinals, we will play the winner of that match. Now, we do have Ener Valencia at least available on the bench. He's still not quite fully fit. João Rojas and Estupiñán are available on the bench, but lacking match fitness. Riasco's still out, but this is the team that got us through the group stage, and hopefully they can get us past the US as well. All right, here come the teams then. Big World Cup vibes for this one. And here we go. Sornosa, are we going to get another early goal? Ooh, that just grazed the top of the crossbar, didn't it? mean, we scored early in each of our group stage games. We've hit 20 minutes now and nothing yet in this match. But hopefully that's going to change here. Although, was that Castillo sent off? Oh, no. He went in on Pasilic hard. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment. We saw he was carrying a knock. He thought he'd smack him as hard as he could and take him off injured, but it's backfired. So we've had to do a bit of switching around here. So Sornosa, I've dropped back into midfield. We're going to take Noboa off. Then we've moved Ramirez from left to right back and brought on Estupiñán at left back. Hopefully that's not too much juggling. But we do now have to play an hour of the game at least with 10 men. So this is going to be tough. USA, obviously, a physically fit team. It's going to be a struggle to keep going against them. Good defending there. Do we get a chance for a break? No, Plata gives it away. Can't control. It's come out to Morris. Luckily for us, Morris shoots over. Perhaps we came into this one, a bit too fired up, a bit too cocky, perhaps. But okay, it's still 0-0 at this point. We're approaching half-time. The key thing for us is to make sure that USA 0 is still there at half-time. But they've got the break now, unfortunately. It looked like we were going to build an attack, but now it's broken down. Morris tries to find Zardes. Come on, Sornosa dropping deep. Good to see. Can we get something out of this? There's still a chance here. If we can take the lead and then dig ourselves in for the second half. Okay, Ramirez with the ball. Now switched out to the right. He finds Estrada. Estrada, he was trying to do something fancy there when he should have just taken a touch, I think, and smacked it in. But we get to the half at 0-0. What do you think? Can we somehow pull a win out of the bag here? Okay, haven't made any further changes at halftime. The US did take Pulisic off, so obviously his injury is affecting him. Hopefully, that can give us an edge, but it's been a bit of a dull game. Hardly any chances for either side. Only one shot on target so far. And for Mina, I was told before the match it's his 50th cap, a big occasion for him, but he's on a 6.3. So we're going to bring on Rojas for his first appearance in the tournament. And Estrada as well, he's just not doing it up front, so we're going to put on Campagna in his place. Right, we have just got 8 minutes left on the clock. US have started to take control of the game. I mean, we haven't seen that in much in the way of highlights yet, but, well, there you go. They've just scored. Oh, but wait. Let's get a VAR decision here. I mean, our goalkeeper is irate about it, chasing the referee down, but no, the goal's been given. Yeah, we did just see in the match stats that the USA was starting to create more and more chances, and there we go. Pefok has scored to give them a lead. Can we get back into this now? Probably not, especially if we go 2 down here. Oof. Right, so let's put Sornosa back into an attacking position, and we're going to make him a shadow striker as well. All right, so it's time to hit all the buttons, get more expressive, up that tempo, shoot on sight, quick distribution, and let's get that defensive line pushed up as high as we can. 5 minutes on the clock. We've got to find an equalizer from somewhere. Is it coming here? Oh, no, we've given the ball away to the US again. They've just dispossessed us too easily, far too many times. Those dreams of the quarterfinal are disappearing here for us. But here we go. Plata plays it forward to Campagna's just come on. He finds Rojas with a great ball. Rojas, can he score here? Oh, that's our best chance of the night. And he blasts it over. Right, but we've still got highlights come in here. The US with the long goal kick. I thought we'd won it back from them there, but, obviously they're looking for gaps in our defence now as we overexpose ourselves. And there we go. Right, I think this one might be ruled out, though. It did look to me like he timed his run a bit too early. But no, the goal's been given. And that's it. Haji Wright has just knocked us out, I think. If we have a look at that again, yeah, I guess he was level as he ran through. And indeed, it was that sending off that did it for us. That sending off cost us the game. So after such an impressive group stage, we did indeed fade away there in that USA game. So another World Cup over. This time it was won by Argentina. And again, we're not the overachievers. Canada are. And it says they got eliminated in the group stage. To be fair, they did get 4 points, but we got 9. And that's how the rest of the tournament worked out anyway. So we couldn't do it with Ecuador, but we're going to be back in the next episode, moving one more team up in the world rankings. One of my favourites, back to Africa with Cameroon.